Villagers, thank you for love and support. I appreciate you all. Ghana Parliament of Fire. People do not want to appreciate the people that sacrifice everything for them. Those who came and they are not ready to do anything for the nation but to take away from the nation, find it difficult to accept the simple truth. The truth hurts them. In this 21st century, that is the time Ghana is still sitting here debating in parliament as to who is the founder of Ghana. Other people are of the view that Nkrumah is not the founder of Ghana. So we can never give the Founders Day to him simply because he wasn't the only one who fought for the independence of Ghana per the MPP. And the NDC is saying that when we should visit history, Nkrumah is the one who rose and fought for the freedom of Ghana. The whole of Africa recognizes Nkrumah as the one who sacrificed everything to fight for the liberation of Africa. But his own people in Ghana do not want to accept the fact because other people believe that their fathers were part of it. So for that matter, their father should be recognized when we know per history they did nothing for Ghana. Nkrumah that everybody is holding, praising, is the one that people are sitting there debating as to whether he is the founder. And if we should name that day after Nkrumah, what a shame on us. Go to other African countries and see how they hail Nkrumah. Even Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing something significant in the memory of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
I know his poor mother, Nyaniba, who was brutally abused and died in pain. Interior Minister, the name changing and the name calling, to the effect that you are cancelling Founders Day and you are introducing our President Kwame Nkrumah Day. It is definitely that's not going to be a consensus. The UGCC, if you are talking about Founders Day, that is part of it, the Founder Day. And now you are going to single out it to an individual, our former president, Kwame Nkrumah. But there were other important people throughout the struggle of our independence who have contributed their quota to the development of this country. Where we are and where we have reached, a lot of people. So, Minister, changing the name will not be a consensus building. Changing the name to say that it is going to be called Kwame Nkrumah name, it is something that's not going to do. Mr. Speaker, I think that the Interior Minister should look at it again. Rather than that, we will be changing names and continue to change names. And in 3.5 years' time, when we come on this side, we will also change the name. I thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable.
There is always an effort by our friends from the other side to rewrite the political history of this country. Need I remind you that even after Nkrumah was illegally and unjustifiably overthrown, Nkrumah's mother, who was barely blind over 80 years, the woman was dragged to appear before commission after commission. And you know what they wanted the woman to say? That the woman should say Nkrumah was not her biological son. These are historical facts. And that Nkrumah was a Liberian. These are historical facts. You can check it from the Hansard of even Parliament. You don't read, and it is not my fault that you do not read. I'm saying that Nkrumah's mother was dragged. Mr. Speaker, I'm giving a time when they were speaking. You see, there is a popular prophet that when you take
Honorable Muntala,
the man who has been described as your Sajifu is really the founder of modern Ghana. And that's what we are doing today. Mr. Speaker, let me read briefly what the bill says here. And it's clear. It says, it is intended to restore historical integrity and national consensus regarding the leadership of His Excellency Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah in the attainment of the independence of this country.
Mr. Speaker, I think that on a yearly basis, I've stood on this hallowed ground to call for this day to come, to ensure that we as a country will accept collectively that the role of Osajifo, the man who stands tall, his statue at the AU, the man who galvanized the African continent on a forward march to independence, the man that called Africa for economic emancipation, the journey that was derailed, the reason we struggle today. Today, we are collectively recalling history, and I know Osajifo will be smiling in his grave that on the 21st of September, the people of Ghana will break and honor his leadership. I know his poor mother, Nyaniba, who was brutally abused and died in pain.
You go to other places, they have people that they know are the founders of their countries. But Ghana is finding it so difficult to accept the truth that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is the one who actually is the freedom fighter, the person who liberated the nation, the person who rose to sacrifice his life for the nation. The other ones you are claiming that they also contributed. What is it that we have to show that they have done? What is wrong with the people of Ghana? This is what democracy has done. And according to them, when the past should change, they're going to rename it. Like when they came, MPP came and they decided to erase everything on Nkrumah, trying to make sure that we don't learn our true history. The colonizers' mentality. What has Nkrumah done wrong to the people of Ghana? Nkrumah, all that we have, we got everything from Nkrumah. The rest that you said they were part, what meaningful thing have they done in Ghana that history hasn't recorded? Even you, those who are standing there supporting that, what meaningful thing have you done? All that Nkrumah gave us, you sold them. You haven't been able to add anything significant. Everything the Ghanaian people have today, thanks to Nkrumah. Nkrumah constructed Timamoto Way for how many years now? You that just came, your roads that you have been constructing, some of them don't even last up to 6 months. Potholes everywhere. But no matter how Ghanaians you try to erase Nkrumah, Nkrumah never die. There are other people in Africa that cherish Nkrumah. And Nkrumah will forever live long. No matter how you try to distort history, to hide his name can never be hidden. We will continue to preach Nkrumah to other people. If Ghanaians will not do it, there are other Africans who are ready to champion the agenda of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. This is what they want us. So that we will not know who we are. And we have been supporting the agenda and making things very easy because of the system they brought to us, the democratic elected. Their system is what is keeping us backwards. It's what is washing away our history. These people are trying to make sure that everything that we have as black people, they do away with them. And they are using the system called democracy to do that. When the world is at war, the Africans need to prepare. This is what the Ghanaian parliament is standing there debating. When Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are acquiring, you understand, to protect themselves, this is what Ghana parliament, the leaders, this is the topic that they are busy discussing. That is why we said we need AES everywhere. Until then, Ghana will never move forward. Until then, Africa will never change. Because the people we have as leaders are not leading. When the most important things that are happening in the world, that they need to channel their energy towards that and see how they are going to protect and prepare towards that, they will be using it to be discussing things of this sort. When the whole world is busy preparing towards the world that everybody is talking about. This is what democracy has brought us. It is so painful that we still have the youth who will be supporting these things. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make African great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Ghana.